I'm Luis from luisreview.com. Here, welcoming you to another podcast episode of World of Entertainment, where I just talk a little bit about what I'm about entertainment, movies, music, whatever's on my mind in terms of that. I wanted to start this show by just talking about a few things that were highlights, at least for me, in this week. Um, of course, it was yesterday. Today, 17th, yeah, the 16th, was the anniversary of Elvis's death. I mean, the world lost a great entertainer, and it's and by the looks of the film, because obviously I never met him, he looked like a really good guy. I mean, like a fun person, uh, like a good person. I'm not idolizing him and putting him on a pedestal because I never met him. But it was I mean, when you look at his image, it was an artist whom you could like and you could be entertained by him. I think it was funny. I think he had a few. He had a good sense of humor when you think about it. Um, and of course, the circumstances of what happened. He was too young. He was just too young, and when you think about that, you have to. I have to say that along with John Lennon, I think those two went too young. Different circumstances, of course. But yeah, that's a noticeable thing for me this week. Another thing is that on August 12th, it was the 30th anniversary of the Metallica album, the Black Album. And I found it great that I just saw the video today of Jason Newsted, who is no longer in the band, unboxing the deluxe edition box set that they're releasing. And it made me want it, but it's too expensive for me anyway. And I'm holding out for Let It Be, which should be announced pretty soon. So I'm kind of holding my money on that for that. But it looked like a great box set. It contained a lot of cool things. And watching Jason Newsted being the one to unbox it, that was really a cool move by the band, or just a cool move by Jason that he bought it, or he received an early edition because it hasn't been released yet. Um, and another super thing or look at me, super thing. I had no idea about this show, but it's set to premiere on Disney Plus on September 22nd, and it's Star Wars. It's called Star Wars Visions, but it's anime. They gave various anime artists kind of a chance to do separate episodes in the Star Wars universe, and based on the trailer, I mean, it looked amazing. I mean, the style of it, and I can't wait to see it. Honestly, I didn't get a feel or about what the stories are gonna be, but visually, and if you like anime, which I haven't gotten into it fully yet, but the ones that I've seen, I have enjoyed them and I have liked them, and I believe this is gonna be really cool. I mean, really a good. I think it's gonna give Star Wars a new kick. I think the Mandalorian was great. Uh, the Bad Batch, well, for me, it's not bad, but it's not that great for me. But I think this one is going to be really good. I had no idea about it. I just saw the trailer a few minutes ago, and I had to include it. I had to say it. I had to mention it on the podcast, because if you're a fan of Star Wars, I think this is going to be really good. Hopefully, it's going to be really good. So that was in terms of news. That was kind of all I had. That kind of jumped up for me this week. Um, and on this episode, I'm going to review two films. I think they go kind of in line in terms of their drama movies that I got to see this past week. I want to try to see Free Guy because I've heard a lot of good things about that film. So I'm going to try to see it this week. Hopefully give you the review on next week's episode. Um, Check out, I want to plug my webpage and my YouTube channel. Um, and Facebook page. The Facebook page is World of Entertainment. The web page is www.luisrevere.com, and from that page you can get to the podcast, YouTube, and Facebook. So it's easier just to go through the web page, which is www.luisrevere.com. There are a lot of cool articles about movies, videos about ranking music, the music that I like, and I'm just sharing it with anyone who wants to hear and share uh, whatever they want to share back. So I'm gonna start the reviews. Oh, I got 3 films I've seen actually, but I'm gonna start with this film called Here Today. It's a film that stars Billy Crystal and Tiffany Haddish, and it's directed by Billy Crystal. Now I want to start this movie. My main attraction to it was that I am a fan of Billy Crystal. I think he's has made a lot of good films over the years. I mean, I think of the movie 61, which was an HBO film about Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris' run, where they were breaking the Babe Ruth's home run record. That is a beautiful film. If you haven't seen it, I mean, it's an homage to the baseball era, to these two greats of baseball, and really just to the human spirit. I mean, it's just such a lovely film. And he also co-wrote, I don't know if he directed it, the movie America's Sweetheart, which I like it. It's a fun film. It's funny. It has good characters, and it has a little bit of heart behind all the craziness. And so I wanted to see this one. This one mainly is about Charlie. Charlie is a comedy writer, and he's suffering the early stages of some kind of dementia. And as his sickness worsens, I mean, he has to do things repeatedly. Like, for instance, go to work using the same road, the same path, so he doesn't get lost and all that. And he happens to. There was an auction apparently, and somebody paid to have dinner with him, and it turns out to be Emma Page, which is played by Tiffany Haddish. And somehow, I mean, from that dinner, a friendship is born. Somehow, they become friends, and she, of that friendship, decides to help him because he wants to write a book about his family before his dementia gets worse. So it's basically that is just, I don't want to give too much away of it, but that's basically what a little bit of a summary of the story of what's it about. A little bit. I gotta say, the first thing, I'm not a fan of Tiffany Haddish, but I think in this film I really liked her performance because she was funny, but it was not her typical persona. On the film. It was the script and her performance that made her funny. I didn't feel like she pushed her comedic style to the movie, which is what happened, in my opinion, in the film. I think it was The Upside, which was Kevin Hart. It just felt like Kevin Hart comedy was pushed in the film, and it didn't quite work. I think it ruined. It was a good film, but it just kind of ruined a little bit for me. That didn't happen for me in this one. I think Billy Crystal and Tiffany were really good together. I love that the story is simple and it has its conflicts, but it doesn't go over the top. So you feel like you're seeing real people and not real situations, and not forced drama or like having those usual scenes when the friends did just stop talking to each other. Yes, there are conflicts, but never something that big. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. So it was a good story. It just I have to say I love the film. It was very moving towards the end. I think it was a funny, moving, and a charming film, and I really enjoyed it. I had no expectations of it, mainly because of Tiffany Haddish, I must confess, but I enjoyed it. I think it was a good film. I gotta give Billy Crystal and Tiffany. I have to applaud them for their performances. I think they were both very good. So anyway, the next film that I'm gonna talk. I thought I had another one, but I'm not gonna go into that one. Is Coda. Coda is a film that is being released exclusively on Apple TV, I think. And I wanted to see it. I had little knowledge about it again, but I saw the trailer and I wanted to see it. So the film is directed by C.N. Hitter, and it stars Emilia Jones, Eugenio Derbez, and Daniel Durant. And it stars, oh my God, how could I not written her name? Let me see if I find it here. I'm not going to be able to see it. I'm going to search for it because I think she deserves to be mentioned, the whole cast. And I didn't write them all. So I'm going to look for them. I'm really sorry. This is live. Because before I get into the movie, I want to give... I want to talk about all the actors. Because it also stars... Marley Matlin. Marley Matlin. She won an Oscar for Children of a Lesser God. There's Troy Kotsur, who plays the father. Okay, so now let's get into the film. Sorry about that one. So the story is about Ruby. Ruby is this girl who is born to a family of deaf people. I mean, they're all deaf except her. So she's kind of like the connection between her father and her mother and her brother to the world. They're all fishermen, so she goes fishing with them. She makes the deals concerning the fish. But she has a dream. She has a dream of being a singer. And when her dream and the need that the family has for her collide, she goes on this journey of self-discovery, and at the same time of conflict because of her family. Because I mean, she really loves her family, but she wants to achieve her dream. So that's mainly just a little bit of what the story is about. And I have to say, the movie is just such a beautiful story. I mean, when I got to see it, I just thought I would see it like I see a little bit now, but I saw it through because the story grabbed me. I think it's funny, it's sweet, and it has a lot of heart in it. And the film, of course, Emilia Jones is really good as Ruby, but I love Eugenio Derbez as the music teacher. He's funny, but at the same time, he's such a pivotal character, and he does it perfectly, I believe. I love the actors who played the mother and the father. I mean, they were so good in it. Overall, all the actors are really good, and the movie is really uplifting. It's just such a good film. There's nothing bad that I could say about it. I highly recommended it. I mean, it's just a good film. I mean, I love the fact that when you have this kind of films, for instance, they would have put the being deaf as the main conflict, and it really wasn't. I mean, that's what I liked about it. It was just a story of ordinary people who happen to be deaf, and the struggles they faced. Yes, it's important. Yes, it is shown, but it's mainly a family movie, and you don't feel like it's all about that. It's just part of it, but there's a lot of other things involved in the telling of this beautiful story. I have to say, I really loved the film. I really enjoyed it, and I recommend it. It's on Apple TV. I think Apple TV is $4 a month, so you can get it for 1 month, see the film, and then cancel if you don't want to continue it. So anyway, those are the two films that I wanted to talk a little bit about. And then the last section, which I always try to do, is the spotlight. I'm going to spotlight a film that I don't know. I'm going to spotlight it because I saw it on Sunday. And it's Revenge of the Sith, Episode 3 from Star Wars. When you think of the prequels, a lot of people hate them. Some others love them. I am neither one of those. I hate the second film. The Attack of the Clones, I hate it. Phantom Menace, there are things that would change, but I don't hate it. But Revenge of the Sith I think it's a great film. I think it has some chunky dialogue between Anakin and Padme. That's the only thing I could change. But the conflict with Obi-Wan, with Anakin, the Emperor, the action, the drama in the ending. I think it's makes this one a good film. And surprisingly enough, this could be my second or third favorite Star Wars film overall. I really enjoy the movie. I think it's a great film, and Hayden Christensen is good in it. And I'm playing with my shirt buttons as if this wasn't a video. So anyway, I wanted to give a little shout out to that film, Revenge of the Sith. I saw it on Sunday, and I found myself really enjoying it again. Good film. So anyway, that's the episode for this week. I hope you see the films, and if you see them, I hope you enjoy them. And hopefully I'll get to talk about more stuff next week. I'm going to do a video review for Pearl Jam. I just got a vinyl from their 25th anniversary of No Code, so check that out. And check my YouTube channel and my webpage. So take care, everyone.